Need Act friends, this is William at Occupy the Need Act. I'm in Norman, Oklahoma. I had planned on being down by the University of Oklahoma so I could have it in the background so I could talk about how the bankers influence and determine what's taught there. But I stepped outside. The last time I looked at the weather, it was 72 degrees. I thought, that's good. I'll wear my short pants. And I stepped outside, and it's 50 degrees. and it's almost raining. And so I thought, I'll be right here inside at headquarters. Yeah, Occupy the Need Act headquarters. So, and if anybody's showing, I say, I got a connection error to YouTube. I'm having problems with YouTube. I can't figure out how to get them connected right. I'll figure it out, maybe. And maybe I'll have to find somebody in my friendship group that's a little better, a little more technical than I am. So, anyway, the Need Act, the most revolutionary legislation that's ever been introduced in Congress because it changes who controls the creation of money. And it takes it away from the bankers and gives it to us. Just remember this. Whoever controls the creation of money controls a nation. And we're not going to be able to get anything right until we get control of the creation of money. And we have to do that through Congress. And that's going to be a hell of a job. Democracy's going to be a hell of a job. It's going to be difficult. But what the Need Act does is it levels the playing field. The bankers will no longer have the advantage that they have now, which is a hidden advantage. It's hidden in plain sight. It's something that's right in front of us, but we don't see it. I certainly didn't see it until I heard. I keep getting a reminder that it's unable to broadcast on YouTube because of connection error. Apparently, I didn't have it yesterday because my broadcast came up on YouTube. But we'll fix that. There's a way to get this over there. It just won't be live. And so, yeah, the Need Act's going to level the playing field. It's going to make bankers just like every other businessman. He's going to have to pay for the product that he sells, which is money, and that's going to be just fine. I mean, he's going to be making loans, but what's going to happen is the things that he's making loans on, a lot of them are going to be diminished, maybe even eliminated, like housing. We can provide free housing for everyone. Now, if you want a luxury house, yeah, and you've got the resources, yeah, you can do that. Sounds like I've got some sound coming through on my computer here. I can turn off there. And yeah, he's all of a sudden, a lot of the things he loans money for that won't be needed, like education, like even transportation. We all know that automated cars are coming. You're not going to have to own a car anymore. You're going to be able to take that cell phone you got, punch a button on it, and a car will appear. You tell it where you want to go, what you want to do, how long you're going to be, and they will send the appropriate car. It'll be the government, but who the fuck cares? We can design systems and into that system that protects your privacy. Why couldn't we? We could definitely do that. So that's no excuse. You say you don't want to be riding around a government car. That can be provided and protect your privacy. And so a lot of the things that you have to borrow money for and make payments on, you're not going to have to do that. And we'll have a floor under each one of us. We'll have a universal basic income, say $40,000 a year, which was what the basic income would be, the minimum income would be, if wages had kept up with the increases in productivities since the 1950s. It'd be $40,000 a year. Right now in Geneva, Switzerland, the minimum wage is now $50,000 a year. And they've told the businesses there that if they don't want to do business there, they don't want to pay $50,000 a year, then go ahead and leave, but we're keeping your assets. You can leave, but we're keeping your assets, and we're going to form a cooperative, and we're going to run this company. So we can make the changes that we need to make, and $40,000 a year, if you had housing and transportation paid for, what you don't have all those payments that you got to make. So you can buy a new computer, or you can take a trip, and you can take a trip on Amtrak, which will have high-speed trains going everywhere in the United States, and it'll be free. You can even have free meals on board. I'm getting ready to take a trip to Seattle and Portland, and I think I've got enough travel miles now. I'm going to be able to take at least part of the trip in a bedroom, and have my meals included in the ticket. Well, we can give you the same kind of a ticket in coach class and in business class and first class, or in the sleeper, and all be paid for. And that'll let you go visit your grandchildren. That'll go let you go visit the people that you like to work with for monetary reform. Because if you pay any attention to me, you're going to find people that you're going to want to know and meet with. And right now we're all meeting on Zoom, but when this pandemic is over with, the ones that are remaining of us we'll have meetings together, and the main meeting is in Chicago. And every fall we have a meeting of the American Monetary Institute, monetary.org, monetary.org. We have an annual meeting that has economists and people that talk to us about the NEED Act and about monetary reform and about creating money as equity, creating money as an asset, not as debt, which is what the NEED Act is. So anyway, that's what we can do. And I guess I'm not picking up any, like I did yesterday, not picking up any people that are able to watch and have a conversation. I directed people to YouTube, but YouTube's I made some adjustments in my settings, and I guess maybe I eliminated YouTube. Damn it! So, I'm 78 years old. I'm one of the reasons why you wouldn't want either one of these old candidates to be president. And maybe if we elect Biden, we'll get a woman president, a much younger person. And and I understand when he gets lost and when he can't remember where he's at. I flunked the aging test. The nurse asked me what day it was. She had to help me. And, so, anyway, the NEAT Act has three parts. It nationalizes the Federal Reserve, puts it in the Treasury, where it needs to be, in the government, because it's not in government now. The member banks, your neighborhood bank is probably a member bank of the FDIC and the Federal Reserve System. That's who controls the Federal Reserve. And J.P. Morgan Chase owns almost 49% of the stock in the Federal Reserve System. So Jamie Dimon, the chairman of board and CEO of J.P. Morgan Chase, all he's got to do is get a couple of others to vote with him, and he completely controls the banking system. The banking system is something that controls your life, and it's right here in plain sight, and we don't see it. We don't understand how it controls our life. They can buy all the legislators that they need because they create money. When we get the NEAT Act in, we're going to have equal standing with them, and we're going to have to work hard. That's one of the features of the NEAT Act is going to be a person can have a universal basic income, can have free housing and free transportation, and we can be lobbyists in Washington, D.C. We can be in these people's face all the time. We can have a good time in Washington, D.C. We can be, there's a historian that I like. It's kind of right-wing, but I still like him. He wrote a book called The Renegade History of the United States, A Renegade History of the United States. And he's writing another one, Saviors and Savages. And he's telling us the saviors are the ones that are dangerous. Like our founding fathers out to save the whole fucking world. He told a story the other night about Jefferson. The first damn thing that Jefferson did was he formed the Marines and sent them to fucking Libya to kill people. Put them on wooden boats all the way across the fucking world. 17 whatever it was, the 18th century. Yeah, take off and go to Libya. Now, what goddamn danger was Libya to us? Huh? We feel like we've got to save the fucking world. We've killed more people because we're saviors. Murder is what we've done. And we need to join up with the savages. They haven't created a Marine Corps and sent ships all the way around the world to kill people. They might kill their neighbors, get pissed at them. if they stole their chickens. So let's be on the side of us savages. And so when we're in Washington, D.C., collecting our universal basic income, having a good apartment, having our meals paid for at the Capitol cafeteria, and having transportation, we can lobby the hell out of Congress and make sure that they do what we want. Harass the hell out of them. If we need people there, we can get people there because they're going to have free transportation. They can come, and they're going to have a place to stay, and they're going to have meals, and we can occupy the Capitol, and we outnumber the 1% and their bankers. Far outnumber them. They're going to have to take a back seat to us. They're not going to be able to create money to buy these fuckers. And so the fuckers are going to work for us. They're going to be our fuckers and not the bankers' fuckers. And we can have universities that teach things that we want taught, not war. Okay? Not the work ethic, not the Christian fucking work ethic, and how wonderful that is. It ain't that wonderful. We're slaves. We don't need a good fucking work ethic. So, okay. The NEAT Act is a revolutionary piece of legislation. Nationalize the Federal Reserve, end fractional reserve banking, end the ability of bankers to create money, which is what they do right now. If you want a $40,000 car and you go to your bank and he gives you $40,000, he created that money the instant that it showed up in your account. He didn't have that money in the vault. And under the NEAT Act, he's going to have that money in the vault. He's going to have people that have deposited money with the bank that say, it's okay to loan my money out, okay? You're going to have to pay me interest on it, but it's okay, you can loan my money out. And they're just going to have to be like the rest of us. They're going to have to pay for what they sell. And then we're going to spend money into the economy. We're going to do infrastructure. We're going to do housing. We're going to do education. We're going to do transportation. We're going to do a universal basic income. And okay, that's the NEAT Act. It's NEED.org. NEED.org. We'll go there and you can look up information. Look me up on Twitter, William George 41, the numbers 4 and 1, William George 41, and you can get a link there to my Facebook page, and friend me on Facebook, and follow me on Twitter, and we'll become friends. And that's what we need to do. We need to be friends. So that's the end of the broadcast today. I've gone about 20 minutes, and I will see you again real soon. Bye.